my son Peter, and my best friend. We golfed, fished, and worked together. I was honored to be his best man, but he was my best man in so many ways.
My brother and I had fun on ski trips, lifeguard events, and summer fun when we were teenagers.
He is the uncle I never got to know.
Our son Peter was born on Thanksgiving morning. He progressed from an adorable infant to a mischievous toddler to a spirited boyhood, which foreshadowed the man he became, who touched all our hearts.
Pete was an amazing man. He's the kind of guy that if you called him at 2 a.m., no matter where you were, no questions asked, he'd come and pick you up.
And the only thing I can say to Pete is thank you.
He was my first love, and he changed my life forever.
Good evening and welcome. I'm Julie Chen Moonves, and I will be your host this evening. The story of For Pete's Sake begins with a man, you guessed it, named Pete. Pete was everyone's friend. He was a son, brother, classmate, and the love of someone's young life. The story begins as a simple boy meets girl moment at a dance where Pete met the girl who would become his wife, Marcy. High school and college sweethearts, the young couple married and began living their shared dreams, buying a home and planning a family. Then, at the young age of 29, Pete and Marcy received a devastating diagnosis. Pete had testicular cancer. At age 30, Pete was gone. When Pete was diagnosed, he saw how little structured support there was for couples like Marcy and him to face the challenges they had. They did have a loving community who raised funds not for medical expenses, but for what was expected to be their final vacation together. And it was. Marcy tells us that the experience was much more than a vacation. It was a respite that gave them a break from cancer, and they took that respite to heal their spirits. Pete cherished that respite and thought others facing what he and Marcy faced should also have a break from cancer so that families could focus on one another and not on the disease. Pete's dream was that Marcy would go on to figure out a way to provide a similar respite experience to families facing cancer. So in memory of Pete, Marcy created For Pete's Sake Cancer Respite Foundation. The gift of healing, hope, and respite has been given to thousands. In 1999, it was Pete and Marcy having a shared experience, taking a break from cancer. 18 years later, Wendy and Ernie learned about For Pete's Sake from her oncologist, and they were provided a break from cancer on a respite to Florida in 2017.
Hi, I'm Wendy, and this is my husband, Ernie. About 6 years ago, when I was only 35, I began to have symptoms that I thought meant I was pregnant. We were so excited to start a family. And then a visit to my doctor left me in shock. I was not pregnant. Instead, I had breast cancer. I went through about 16 rounds of chemo, a double mastectomy, and proton beam radiation therapy. And then not even a year after completing that treatment and that cancer diagnosis, I was also diagnosed with colon cancer. I went through another roughly 16 rounds of chemo and another surgery. And with two cancers, our lives were completely turned upside down. My oncologist saw the stress we were feeling and shared with us about the For Pete's Sake mission. A respite was just what we needed. In 2017, Ernie and I took a break from cancer in Florida, and it meant the world to us, especially after everything we had been through as a couple. We enjoyed experiencing Harry Potter World for the first time. We got to feed some of the animals in SeaWorld, and seeing the fireworks in Magic Kingdom in Disney World to the song Wishes reminded us that dreams really do come true.
Favorite part of the respite vacation was seeing Wendy so happy after she had everything she had been through. The trip was a bright spot. I got to see her smile for the first time in such a long time. It was so wonderful to be able to leave cancer behind and focus on just the two of us.
What's perhaps even more meaningful is the community that surrounded us after we returned from the respite. Through For Pete's Sake, we have met other families going through similar situations, and it has given us such peace, connection, and hope. And speaking of hope, we always dreamed of having a baby, but this seemed impossible after all my treatments. Imagine our surprise when we found out we were pregnant. Our son Elliot was born on November 14th of 2020, and we are completely in love with him. Of course, when we found out we were pregnant, we wanted to share the news with our For Pete's Sake family. So we posted it on the For Pete's Sake Traveler Facebook group with follow-up announcement of his birth. And so many families who are walking our journey wished us well with peace and happiness. For Pete's Sake has been there for us in the bad and the good times. We are forever grateful for our own story of love, made even more special by For Pete's Sake and our fellow travelers. To the thousands of people helped by For Pete's Sake over the years, thank you for lifting us up in love, along with our cutie pie son, Elliot.
Thank you for joining us, Wendy and Ernie, and a huge congratulations on your sweet baby, Elliot, a true gift from God. Tonight, we celebrate cancer patients like Wendy and those who continue to fight their battle. I am so proud to share FPS's mission tonight. For each Pete, for each Wendy, there are 10 more waiting to take a break from cancer with For Pete's Sake. Annually, the foundation helps almost 600 patients, caregivers, and their children take a break from cancer. We invite you to celebrate with us the love, joy, and hope that has been brought into the lives of so many families facing cancer thanks to the FPS community.
I feel Good evening. Emily and I are so honored to be here tonight to share the amazing story of the Gonzales kids, a brother and sister who show extraordinary resilience, share the impact of a strong community, and learn from their mom to focus on the good stuff.
Derek and Sienna lost both of their parents, Raphael and Oyen, to cancer at a young age. And through For Pete's Sake, they were able to travel on respite twice, once with Raphael and Oyen when their dad was diagnosed with lung cancer, and then again years later with their mom after her own pancreatic cancer diagnosis. It was a crushing time, but today the kids are thriving in spite of it all because of the love of family and community.
Tonight, in a special performance from Long Island, New York, Derek and Uncle Peter are singing a song that reminds us that we need to lean on one another now more than ever. For Pete's Sake is here for people to lean on.
Hi, I'm Sienna Gonzales, and in a moment you'll hear my brother Derek and my Uncle Peter perform the song Lean on Me. We chose the song because it's about caring for others, not only when we're in need, but because we have compassion for others. It's about supporting each other in the good times and the bad, and in the same vein, For Pete's Sake is a shoulder that families can lean on when they're struggling with cancer. My own family experienced this firsthand when my dad was diagnosed with lung cancer. They were very difficult and confusing times for us, but For Pete's Sake was kind enough to send us on a respite where worries were changed into smiles, and a young me was able to create lasting memories that I could look back on fondly even after my dad passed away. And amidst all of that chaos that cancer causes, the love of For Pete's Sake has touched our hearts in immeasurable ways. A couple years later, when my mom was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, we felt like we were stuck in this really vicious cycle of bad luck. But For Pete's Sake, amongst all of that sadness, once again sent us back to their Florida respite home. We didn't know how much we really needed that vacation until we actually had it. Together as a family, we had the time of our lives. And all of the trouble of doctor's appointments and all of the pain and the sadness just melted away. And instead, we got to focus on being together as a family. We were filled with the love, not only amongst ourselves, but from the For Pete's Sake community. We truly felt lifted up in love, and I know we're not the only families who felt that way either. For Pete's Sake helps families to take a break from cancer, lifting them up out of the darkness in times of need and in times of pain. And we were able to cherish our time together thanks to the kindness of For Pete's Sake. And for that, I am so, so grateful. And much like the meaning of the song, the love of my parents and the memories that we made together are timeless. And through For Pete's Sake, families are able to create those lasting memories together. For Pete's Sake's love reaches beyond the respites that they send us on. I found a community with them, one that's caring enough to spread their love with all of the families they touch. And we are all part of that For Pete's Sake community. It's a love story that includes you, and we can be part of this giving cycle and continue to lift others up in love. So thank you, and please enjoy the song.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have things you need to borrow. Call on your brother when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be a friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. So just call on me, sister, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, right up the road, I'll share your load. If you just call me, just call me, just call me.
What a beautiful performance. Thank you, Sienna. Thank you, Derek. And thank you, Uncle Peter. Sienna, thank you for sharing your inspiring story of hope and resilience after hearing what you and your brother went through, losing one parent and then the other, and then hearing your Uncle Peter sing Lean on Me with your brother on guitar. An already beautiful song had that much more meaning behind it, at least to my heart and to my ears. So thank you all so much for that. Now, I would like to introduce a woman who thousands of families have leaned on, Marcy Shankweiler, founder and CEO of For Pete's Sake.
Welcome, and thank you for being a part of tonight's story of love. We are gathering this evening in a way that none of us anticipated. In our home, on our couches, maybe in our sweatpants, instead of the dance floor at our gala, walking across the runway at our fashion show, or at our New York City happy hour. This past year has brought us challenges never imagined. It has brought pain to families facing COVID. It has taxed our healthcare heroes. It has changed cancer care. It has forced isolation during cancer treatment. It has redefined normal. Yet, just as we may feel despair, we can find hope. Pete and I found hope over 20 years ago on our Respite, and today we bring hope to families in the cancer crisis. Since the pandemic started, we have been providing travel respites with our partner Woodloch Resorts in the Pennsylvania Pocono region. Dozens of families have created moments and memories away from isolation to find friendship and fellowship with one another while on respite. For those too ill to travel, we started a staycation respite program. Just as you are spending time tonight with your family in your home, our staycation respites equip families with activities and monetary support to create memories right on the couch in the comfort of their homes. And all of our efforts this past year happened for one single reason: you. It's your support, your commitment, your prayers, your passion that has propelled us forward despite the turmoil. You gave us the courage to continue delivering our mission. And this is why we have to continue. A young mom remarked to me while on respite this past summer, "Cancer will take my life, but COVID is robbing me of my time." It is you who has given back this mom the time to make memories with her small children and husband. One single word, time, is the most precious commodity we share together. And it's the time on our program for you to hear from those families that traveled on respite last month. for them to share about their transformational time together. Be inspired by what you have created. I know I am, and I know you will find it beautifully remarkable.
This whole trip has been so wonderful. It's nice to put cancer behind me and just come and relax and enjoy ourselves. This Woodloch Respite encourages you to do things with your family. What you walk away with are just memories that the kids will have forever and that I'll have forever.
This is the place where you can come and you can interact with other individuals and meet other families and learn their ways of dealing with things. And not only that, putting laughter into it. I've seen smiles, I've seen love.
On my respite, my favorite moment is a tie between the time I went to the spa and the time I've got to spend with the kids doing different activities that we don't normally do. And there's not enough hours in the day to do it all.
I know, right? I want my family to understand that I give myself 100% for them. I've been battling this and seeing victories, and it's thanks to them for their support and for their love. I am very grateful for them.
Here during our respite trip, we've all been able to have dinner together, try new things, and just have fun together.
The food here is amazing. The raviolis last night were really good.
Yeah, they were.
And that cake.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
No responsibilities, we just wake up, eat, somebody else cleans the table for you.
No doctors.
It's just a great relaxing time so far. We're having a blast.
Having my kids remember me playing soccer and swimming with them, it's really important to us.
Usually he doesn't let us get hot chocolate because we'll eat it before our meal, so it was really fun and delicious.
You can see the kids don't have a care in the world, and that's what you want as a parent. You don't want your kids to be worrying about you and your health.
Each of the activities is sort of like a date that we're going on, and it's just been really great to be able to be together and just totally focused on each other.
It takes your mind off of what you're going through.
Just feel like you're in a perfect place.
Right.
We actually really did escape from cancer. We rarely talked about it when we were here. It just gave us joy and peace that we have not had this whole journey. We realized that we were stressed to the highest level and that we do need these breaks and moments. This will be the start of a tradition for us.
I feel rested, I feel healthy. This has reminded me that I can still go home and, yes, walk through chemo and cancer, but hopefully still play games and have fun with my kids.
To Pete, you have given us a memory that will last a lifetime.
This is a place that we actually needed, and we didn't realize that we needed it until we came here.
Weren't those stories of those families amazing? And the images captured are worth 1,000 words. I never can stop smiling when I see the impact of respite on so many families, especially when half of the people we help are children and teenagers at risk of losing a parent. And all of this has been made possible during the pandemic because of the support of an amazing partnership with the Kiesendahl family at Woodloch. Tonight, I have Bob from Woodloch with me to say hello.
I'm a cancer survivor myself, so this whole mission and what is happening is something that is passionate for me as well. I was blindsided by cancer 21 years ago. I was young, I was healthy, married for 3 months, and just totally the last thing I would have ever thought. And it's been one of my missions, aside from my work and my family, is to give back and do as much as I can for the cancer cause. When you're able to change people's lives or have an impact in the way that we do when we have an FPS family with us, it's fantastic. We feel so fortunate to share with you all that we can do for our FPS friends and families.
Hey everyone, and for Pete's sake, it's Darius Rucker, and I want to say thank you guys for coming up tonight and supporting. It's really awesome, and I hear you guys, this is kind of your unofficial theme song, so I'm going to play this one for you guys, but thank you guys for letting me be part of such a great organization. All right, 3, 4.
All right, yes, all right, all right. Don't need no 5-star reservations. I got spaghetti and a cheap bottle of wine. I don't need no concert in the city. I got a stereo and the best of Patsy Cline. Ain't got no caviar, no Dom Perignon. But as far as I can see, I got everything I want. 'Cause I got a roof over my head, a woman I love laying in my bed, and it's alright, alright. I got shoes under my feet, forever in the eye staring back at me, and it's alright, alright, yeah. I got all I need, and it's alright by me. Maybe later on we'll walk down to the river, lay on a blanket and stare up at the moon. It may not be no French Riviera, but it's all the same to me as long as I'm with you. Maybe a simple life, but that's okay now. If you ask me, baby, I think I got it made. 'Cause I got a roof over my head, the woman I love laying in my bed, and it's alright, alright. I got shoes under my feet, forever in the eye staring back at me, and it's alright, alright, yeah. I got all I need, and it's alright by me. That's alright by me, yeah, now. When I let down that night, I thank the Lord above for giving me everything I ever could dream of. 'Cause I got a roof over my head, the woman I love laying in my bed, and it's alright, 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 alright. I got shoes under my feet, forever in the eye staring back at me, and it's alright, 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 now. I got all I need, yeah, I got all I need, and it's alright by me. Oh yeah, now, that's alright by me, yeah, yeah, yeah. La da 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 da. Oh.
God bless y'all. Thank you for all you do.
I'm so proud to be here tonight to witness the beauty of community. This has been an incredibly isolating time for all of us, but even more so if someone in your family has been diagnosed with cancer. To all the For Pete's Sake supporters, you should be very proud you're making a big difference in the lives of families with cancer. And to all the For Pete's Sake families, know that you are not alone. We got you.
Hey, my name is Ava, and my family was helped by For Pete's Sake a few years ago when my dad was sick with cancer. It meant so much to me that I started selling cupcakes for cancer to raise money for Pete's Sake and other organizations that helped us. My job tonight is to thank all of the sponsors of this event. I'm not exactly sure what sponsors means, but I know they must be some kind of superheroes that make this night possible. When people give money to For Pete's Sake, they help kids like me make memories with their mom or dad who has cancer. My dad passed away, but the trip we took gave me and my brother memories of him to smile about. So a big thank you to tonight's sponsors who are helping us raise more money. Tonight, everyone watching me has a chance to make a difference. You can make a donation to help more families take a break from cancer at lovefps.org, or you can Venmo at Break from Cancer. I can't sell you a cupcake tonight, but I can ask you to help other kids like me. So join our sponsors and change lives. You're going to feel great when you're done. That's how I feel every time I sell a cupcake. Thanks for being kind.
The foundation of our success is built upon the commitment of hundreds of volunteers and staff. People like our signature event committee members who put this evening together, our office volunteers, board members, this evening's community ambassadors from all over the country, and our staff members. These volunteers are our greatest asset. And most importantly, they impact families in ways unimaginable. We have been truly blessed by these amazingly selfless and talented members of the FPS volunteer community. It's their love for the FPS mission and their passion that shines through every day and reminds us all how one person can make a difference just by caring. Thank you to all of our volunteers for caring so much.
Welcome to this special evening and the For Pete's Sake virtual experience. We hope that you've enjoyed the evening so far and the entertainment that we've shared tonight. My name's Brad Miner, and I'm the board chairman of the organization. And it is my great honor to share with you the 2020 Community Hero Award recipient. Tonight is about community, and this year's recipient, the Governor Estates neighborhood, is one heck of a community. I think we all may want to live there after this segment. 19 years ago, Pete's wife, Marcy, had a dream to provide respite to families facing cancer. And luckily, one day, she met a few Governor Estates neighbors. This tight-knit community welcomed her with open arms and embraced her passion and desire to help others. This amazing group of families helped build the vibrant community of supporters we have today. They have and continue to step up as volunteers, fundraisers, mentors, and show up whenever asked to support For Pete's Sake. And in such a beautiful way, they've passed along the legacy of philanthropy to their children, who now, as adults, are active members of the For Pete's Sake family. There is no end to their love and support as a neighborhood. So without further ado, let me introduce the Governor Estates neighborhood families.
Thank you. Thank you. So Brad, on behalf of the Governor's Estates neighborhood, Sheila and I want to thank you for this great honor. You know, in the earliest days of For Pete's Sake, I had the pleasure, I will say that, pleasure, of meeting Marcy. She's just so involved, she's so engaged, she's so committed, she's charismatic. And believe me when I tell you, she really makes you feel compelled to want to be able to help. So the first thing I thought about when I started thinking about how could I help? So I became a board member, and then I started thinking about Governor's Estates, where we live, and saying the people there are so committed, the people there are so good and kind. I know that there would be people there that would want to help For Pete's Sake as well as I. And I'm asking each of you tonight to get engaged, get involved, get dirty, as they used to say, right? And please share your time, your talent, and your treasures with For Pete's Sake. It makes a difference to all those people that we serve. And once again, we want to thank you for this great honor. We are really pleased to have this, and it's going to be a momentous occasion for all of us. We're grateful. Thank you. So let's raise a glass to For Pete's Sake.
Cheers.
Cheers to For Pete's Sake.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everyone.
Hi, it's me, Fran Drescher, and as the founder of the Cancer Schmancer movement and a 20-year cancer survivor myself, I just want to say how much I admire and respect For Pete's Sake organization and for all they do in providing respite for families stricken by cancer. I am so proud to be a part of this evening, and I thank you for supporting this worthwhile cause, and I hope that you enjoy the next performance. Be well.
Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts, close my eyes, and leap. It's time to try defying gravity. I think I'll try defying gravity, and you can't pull me down. I'm through accepting limits, 'cause someone says they're so. Some things I cannot change, but till I try, I'll never know. Too long I've been afraid of losing love. I guess I lost. Well, if that's love, it comes at much too high a cost. I'd sooner by defying gravity. Kiss me goodbye. I'm defying gravity, and you can't pull me down. Come with me. Unlimited. Together we're unlimited. Together we'll be the greatest team there's ever been. Dreams the way we planned them. If we work in tandem, there's no fight we cannot win. Just you and I defying gravity. With you and I defying gravity. They'll never bring us down. Well, are you coming? So if you cannot find me, look to the western sky. As someone told me lately, everyone deserves the chance to fly. And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. To those who ground me, take a message back from me. Tell them how I am defying gravity. I'm flying high, defying gravity, and soon I'll match them in renown. And nobody in all of Oz, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me down. Bring me down.
Hi, I'm Dr. Etsu Chen.
I am a practicing radiation oncologist now for 25 years. And for many of them, I have supported For Pete's Sake mission. They are a wonderful organization that I'm really happy to be a part of. Our patients are looking forward to these respite trips when we tell them about them. And it's really a very simple mission that they provide to try to give each patient that's deserving a respite trip to literally take a break from cancer. Our patients are young adult cancer patients trying to get through treatment, oftentimes working a full-time job to hang on to medical insurance, to take care of their kids, take care of their parents. So they literally are tapped out emotionally, physically, mentally. And to offer them this respite trip really provides them a lot of hope. And I think hope is one thing that really helps our patients get through their treatments, focus on their treatments, and have something at the end to look forward to, not only for themselves, but for their caregivers, for their family. For Pete's Sake does such a great job with love and compassion to support our patients that when they come back, I literally see them very bubbly, very upbeat, a very new outlook on their treatments. They literally are making lifetime memories, some of them with their family and children, because oftentimes our patients are really, ill and they're sick and they could become sicker after their trips. So we try to catch them at a time where they have completed their treatment and they are physically able to go on a trip, be able to enjoy it, and really just leave their appointments and treatments behind. I do remember a patient in particular, Karen, who we told her we were going to nominate her for a respite trip, and she really became overcome with emotion. She had felt so guilty going through her treatments for breast cancer that took literally almost a year from time of surgery to chemotherapy and then the radiation, that she felt she had not provided for her kids. They had to cancel their summer vacation. So this was something that she really looked forward to. And when she came back, she was really a different person. What was so rewarding about this was she just turned it around and she became a volunteer, and so did her daughter. And they created all these fun fundraising events for Pete's Sake. So it's thrilling to be part of an organization where it's not just benefiting the patient, but the family around them, and then for really generations afterwards. We are in a position these days to provide them with some very unique opportunities where they can travel with other families. And that is just a very special bond that some of the families can create. I particularly enjoy some of the holiday receptions where I see generations who have been involved with For Pete's Sake. So I think, one day we will find a cure for cancer. Until then, I will be dedicated and thrilled to support For Pete's Sake.
Hello, we are Pat and George Serba. In May of 2020, we were invited to a respite with our daughter Cheryl over in the Woodloch Resort. Cheryl has been diagnosed with breast cancer, and it has really been a very, very difficult time for her. Cheryl got to a point where she didn't want to discuss anything about cancer and did not communicate with us at all. On this respite, we found that the reason she went was really just for us. But come to find out that she was able to relax. She met other people from FPS. She heard their stories and found out that she was not alone in her journey. And that was a big breaking point there for her and for us. Communication, I always said, was something that was important. You can't guess at these things. She needs to let us know how she feels. And many, many times I could tell how she felt, but did not dare ask her because she would get very upset. So on this vacation, we found that we were able to partake in all the recreational activities they had there. And Cheryl and I actually went on a long hike, and she actually went sharpshooting with her dad. And it really made it a wonderful time to be with her. And we realized she still has a long battle ahead to go. But with us and with her communication and her friends, I think we will be pulling this through quite well. She also has made friends with some of the people she met there. has also helped one of the other ladies. So we really appreciate all that FBS does, and we hope that they continue to do it for other people.
Hey y'all, I'm Dirk Bentley, and I'm dedicating this next song to all the fighters, all the risers in the For Pete's Sake community. God bless you guys, everyone walking the cancer journey. The song's for you. Lay your pretty head down on my shoulder. You ain't gotta worry anymore. This old world is cold and getting colder, and I know how to lock and bolt the door. I'm strong enough to hold you through the winter, and I'm mean enough to stare your demons down. Yeah, the hard times put the shine into the diamond. I won't let that keep us in the ground. I'm a riser, I'm a get up off the ground, don't run and hide her. Pushing comes to shove, hey, I'm a fighter. When darkness comes to town, I'm a lighter. Get out alive from the fire, survive. Yeah. If we ain't got no money, I can make it. I ain't afraid of working to the bone. When I don't know what I'm doing, I can fake it. I'll pray till Jesus rolls away the stone. I'm a riser, I'm a get up off the ground, don't run and hide her. Pushing comes to shove, hey, I'm a fighter. When darkness comes to town, I'm a lighter. Get out alive from the fire, survivor. Yeah, yeah. I'm a tryer, I'ma get down low so I can lift you high. Yeah, an army couldn't bring down my desire. Yeah, I'm a riser, I'ma get up off the ground, don't run and hide her. Yeah, pushing comes to shove, baby, I'm a fighter. When darkness comes to town, I'm a lighter. Get out alive from the fire, survivor. I'm a riser, yeah, I'm a riser. For all you risers, for all you fighters. Thank you guys. God bless you all.
In 2011, just 1 year after my husband Dan was diagnosed with sarcoma, an oncology nurse named Denise Smith nominated our family for a respite. That is when For Pete's Sake entered my life and changed it forever. Dan, our 4 children, and I traveled to Florida to take our break from cancer. At the time, our oldest daughter was 8 years old and our triplets were 5. It would be the last vacation that the 6 of us would spend together as a family. In 2012, 1 year after that unforgettable respite, Dan passed away. Despite the countless doctor's appointments and treatment sessions, what my children remember most from that time is the time we spent together as a family. I am forever grateful to our nurse, Denise, who knew that the best treatment for Dan was to go on a respite with our family. Denise's keen assessment of her patient's needs inspired me to go back to school after Dan passed away. Since 2015, I have been a registered nurse honoring Dan's memory by providing the same compassionate care to my patients that Dan was gifted. Tonight, I am honored to thank you, our amazing team of medical professionals, and my heroes, who each and every day provide care and support to families facing cancer. This year has brought even more challenges to the daily duties, but they continue to advocate for our families and support our efforts in providing them the break they need from their treatments. Many FPS nominators have expressed the joy it brings them personally to be able to provide hope to a family who has lost hope, or happiness to a patient who has forgotten how to enjoy the little things in life. My kids and I miss Dan every day, but we carry his love with us in our hearts wherever we go. Tonight, we remember Pete, Dan, and the many beautiful souls who lost their battle with cancer. It's comforting to know we will always be a part of the FPS story of love.
There's a place for us, somewhere a place for us, peace and quiet and open air, wait for us somewhere. There's a time for us, someday a time for us, time together with time to spare, time to learn, time to care, someday, somewhere, we'll find a new way of living, we'll find a way of forgiving, somewhere. There's a place for us, a time and place for us. Hold my hand and we're halfway there. Hold my hand and I'll take you there. Somehow, someday, somewhere.
We're all here to share the first round draft pick in the world, Robert Carlina. He was not just an Eagles fan or a guy who likes sports, but he was a perfect dad, granddad. You saw his kids and his grandkids praise him at his beautiful service. I was sick and I couldn't be there, but I was there physically because I watched each of his family share their stories. I watched him through his life always be quiet. Marcy and I sat there and had lunch with him talking about the big project for our next charity, and all he did is listen and then give us not just advice. He had what you can't buy, presence. So I think, if you were lucky enough to have him as, a member of your family, and anybody, even if you weren't related, felt you were part of his family, that he was a guy that just didn't talk the talk. He walked the walk. He was a man who's changed many lives. He and his family have not just been generous with what their gifts are. He lives. He and his wife, Tony, are in heaven looking down, smiling, saying, who's he talking about? Well, I'm talking about you, Robert. A gift from God for all of us.
My respite story wouldn't have been possible without the support of the many members of the FPS community. My family and the many other families that FPS has helped are forever grateful for our respite experiences. Because of this, my family hosts an annual event called Dan's Down Dog and Dash that not only honors Dan, but also fundraises for FPS. I know a respite changes a life. I know it makes a difference. And I hope that you will join tonight in changing even more lives. Cancer is isolating, and COVID has made it almost unbearable. What we give is that respite, that relief, that time to hold one another when we don't know what the future has in store. Tomorrow is uncertain, but today we can lead with love. Please help us to continue to provide safe and secure respite experiences through the winter, the spring, and the summer. Make a donation of any amount at takeabreakforcancer.org or by clicking on the Make a Donation button on this page.
Hi, I'm Hugh Panaro. I am coming to you live-ish from Connecticut. I grew up in Philadelphia, and like Pete, I am also a LaSalle College High School alumni. And I just want to thank you all for being part of this really important and this really beautiful virtual benefit. For Pete's Sake is just magnificent, and I'd like to share this song with you as a thank you. I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if it all sounds crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, the vision of the one I see. A million dreams are all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. Well, there's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things that I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. Well, they can say we've lost our minds. See, I don't care if they call us crazy. We'll run away to a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams, it's all it's
gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. We may be right, we may be wrong, but I wanna bring you along to the world I see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. For every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Over 20 years ago, Pete had a vision and a dream to help other young families facing cancer. And tonight, we are celebrating that dream. And we are also embracing the dreams of thousands of other young families that have been helped by the FPS mission. We embrace Pete's dream. We embrace you being a part of that dream. And we are so grateful that we have had the chance to gather this evening and to celebrate. So cheers to all of you, to Pete's dream, to the dreams to come. May we all cherish all those dreams special in our hearts.
Thank you for joining us this evening and for being a part of the FPS story of love. We hope you have enjoyed a break from your daily routine. Thank you to our wonderful performers, our wonderful supporters, and the community. Don't forget the auction will be open until 9 p.m. tomorrow evening, so please keep on bidding. Cheers to For Pete's Sake and all the families you have helped this evening. Good night and God bless.
Cheers to all other families going through cancer.
Cheers to For Pete's Sake and all the kids you help like me.
Cheers to all my patients. I love ya.
Cheers to FPS. I'm glad I'm stuck in the mountains and not stuck in the hospital. Thank you.
When I felt that all the hatred was too powerful to stop. Ooh, yeah. Now my heart feel like an echo, and it's lighting up the dark. I carry these touches for you, that you know it never drop. Hey. Everybody hurts.
Hello, my name is John Party, and I'm honored to be here tonight singing my songs for FPS and all the families that has helped and everything for the future. And I would like to sing you a song tonight. And yes, it has tequila in it. And I hope if you're old enough to drink tequila, that you'll have some tonight. And it goes like this. Goes out to everybody having a good time tonight, not thinking about anything but good times, and how they're feeling all good, yeah. Pardon me, I don't mean to cry. Saw the tears falling from your eyes, and I thought you too pretty not to wear a smile. Hope you don't mind if I sit down for a while, 'cause I want to keep a little time with you, a little salt and lime will do. If a man with you brings two, I want to keep a little time with you, talking it all out, see what you're all about. I hope you want to keep a little time with me too. We don't have to talk about the past. Here's the moon road and not looking back. Later we can dig it to the dance floor, but until then let's order a couple more cups. I want to keep a little time with you, a little salt and a lime will do. If a man will you brings two, I want to keep a little time with you, talking it all out, seeing what you're all about. I hope you wanted to keep a little time with me too. It goes like this on the horn section right now.
see a brand new day dawning. I've been looking for the sunshine, 'cause I ain't seen it in so long. Everything's gonna work out fine. Everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay. I can see the light of a clear blue moon. I can see the light of a brand new day. I can see the light of a clear blue morning. Everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay.
light shining as the sun. We've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first.
We are back with you this evening to bring you the next round of our Family Feud Survey Says with Nicole Bowers and her family. This time, we are packing our suitcases to take a trip. So what do you pack in your suitcase? Again, we surveyed the FPS community, and here are our top 6 answers. Coming in at the bottom is number 6, the necessary shoes. And for me, it would be my flip-flops. Number 5 is your toiletries. Number 4 is something really important and helps prevent certain skin cancer types: sunscreen. Number 3 is a necessity for sure, your toothbrush. Number 2, well, it's your clothing. And another necessity in my book, and at the very top of our list, coming in at number 1 for what you pack, is the bathing suit. Congratulations to our viewer, Kevin Cutler, for winning one of our prizes. Our rounds of Family Feud Survey Says do not end. We just want tonight's fun to just keep going. And this time, we are asking our tech-savvy travelers to weigh in. So the question we asked is, name a must-have app on your phone when you are taking a family trip. Give yourself a second to think. And I know that sometimes when I travel and my battery dies, I'm in some real trouble then. Hint, this is a clue. So coming in at number 7 is our trip music, Spotify. Number 6, Netflix. Number 5 is Yelp. Number 4, something so simple yet so critical, is the camera. This is how you capture all those funny moments on film. Number 3 is weather. Number 2, Google Maps. And then beating out all the rest by a wide margin, at our number 1 spot is Waze. But I gotta say, I'm waiting for my TripAdvisor to come along. So there you have it, the tech-savvy apps that every family must have on a FPS respite.